Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for Broadway World, and welcome to our live opening night coverage of Diana the Musical. And our coverage is sponsored by Orbitz. Get back to Broadway your way with Orbitz. And kicking off my coverage are two of my favorite people. Tell everybody who you are.
I'm Marty Cummings.
And I'm Blake Allen.
How excited are you two to be here tonight for the opening of Diana?
I am a giggly schoolgirl. I've been telling everybody on the red carpet. My fifth grade paper was called Death of an Icon, The Life and Legacy of Diana Spencer. I've been obsessed. I have every book ever written about her, every magazine and newspaper from that time saved in a safe in my parents' house. One of my best friends, Andre Jordan, is making his Broadway debut tonight. So it's wins all across the board. I'm looking out for Megan. Is she coming? Where is she? I'm ready. And do you like her? You like Diana, right?
Yeah, I like Diana. I know more about her now because of you, but I definitely like her.
I'm a Diana historian. I'm going to fact check this show the whole time. I'm excited.
I want to go back to your fifth grade school paper. What school did you go to? I would have loved to have gone to that school.
I went to this little old school in Delaware, but we had to do a paper on what our summer was like. So our teacher would get a writing sample. Yeah. And I got a C, and I went home crying. And I said, "Why did I get a C?" And because this was what my summer was impacted, August 31st. So my whole summer was impacted because of her death. So my mom stormed into the classroom. She was the teacher there, so it was like fine. And she said to Robin Trimble, if you're watching, my teacher, she said, "This was their summer impacted." So then I got an A on the paper, and I still have it in that safe.
You have to frame that and hang that in your house, right?
I have it. Yeah.
Now tell us what you're wearing tonight.
This is a replica of the iconic revenge dress that Diana wore the night that Prince Charles went on national television to admit that he had an affair with Camilla. She will never be my queen. So we're repping her fashions tonight.
Okay, so when you see this show, your head is going to explode when you see the number around the dress that you're wearing right now.
Wow! I can't wait.
I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm giggling. Broadway is back. People are back in the theater, seeing theater safely. Artists and crew members in front of house people are back to work safely. This is great for our city. I'm so excited for it. Just the whole night. We went to Chicago 25th anniversary last night. I
saw the pictures of you at Broadway World on the carpet. Stunning last night too.
I was serving Velma. Kelly, listen, if you put my ass on I'm so sorry. If you put my tushy on a red carpet, I will come themed, okay? I love a themed party. Hi, Paul. I love a themed party, and I will come themed for the occasion.
Now, you have someone you know in the show, right?
Yeah, besides Andre, I know Ro, who's playing Prince Charles. We've done a couple shows together.
Oh, he's our neighbor.
Yeah, he's our neighbor, too. So we see him on the street, shopping, and we voted for the election for president. He was in line with us, that we got to talk about it.
And he voted for me for city council, he said, which was very nice.
I want to talk about your political end. Thank you for doing what you do, especially what you went through during the pandemic. Tell our audience, how rough it was out there.
Well, running a campaign is stressful as it is. Running a campaign in a global pandemic when people are experiencing food insecurity and needing access to medical care and attention, the housing crisis where people are experiencing homelessness at elevated rates, people, gig workers, we're at a theater right now, gig workers impacted by the pandemic. So we really shifted our campaign. Our campaign was always centered on those issues, but of course we shifted to make sure, no matter what, we're getting people food and clothing and access to the care that they need it during that time and still need. A lot of people, we're not out of this. The recovery is still happening.
But what I love about what New York State did and everything else that, Senator Chuck Schumer was save our stages. Because I've spoken to a lot of the British stars and, Britain didn't care about the arts. Like Sharon D. Clarke, who's the star of Carolina Chain, said, "Richard," she goes, "it's so great to be here." She says, your city and your country wanted to save the arts, especially Chuck Schumer.
Well, it's important. One of the things that I always talk about is, and Blake and I talk about this a lot, is what is when we're happy, what do? We put on our favorite album or our favorite movie, or we go to the theater. When we're sad, what do? We put on our favorite album, or we go to the movies or the theater. The art saves us in so many ways, and so Schumer did a great job with that. And I served on the my appointment. My term has ended, but I was appointed by the Speaker of the City Council to serve on the Nightlife Advisory Board. And one of the big things we did before the pandemic and then during the pandemic was making sure our City Council and the incoming mayor know the needs that it will take to help gig workers, especially when life changes on a dime, so we need to make sure we're prioritizing these workers.
Well, I just wanted our audience out there watching at Broadway World of the beautiful job that you have done.
Thank you. I appreciate
All right, now let's favorite Diana moment. Like here we are, it's open night of Diana the musical. Look at this step and repeat behind us. I mean,
It's amazing. My favorite Diana moment, like in her life, my favorite Diana moment is when when she was with a blind person and he asked to feel her face so he could feel the beauty that we all saw, and she let him touch her face. And then of course when nobody else would interact with people experiencing HIV or AIDS, she used her platform to physically embrace them, to let the world know this is not a disease to be scared of, but something that we should work to eradicate and to show love towards the people experiencing it.
favorite Diana moment, living with this one.
I mean, that's exactly what I was going to say. You stole what I was going to say. But I guess on a more fun note, when she went down Splash Mountain and was having a great time with her little kids.
Okay, that's not in the show, but everything else is in the show.
They're not going to have a log flume in the theater?
Think of everything else. It is such a pleasure to see the two of you. Thank you again for stopping by at Broadway World. Good to see you two. Have a great time tonight, all righty? Beautiful. Our coverage continues. Oh my gosh, Olga's here. How are you, my love? Look. This is what happens. Everybody gets together on the carpet here, opening nights. This is so great. I love the dress on Marty, of course, the revenge dress. How are you, my love? Come, Olga, come on over. We're live tonight. We're live tonight at Broadway World. How are you, my love?
So excited.
So tell everybody who you are.
Okay, my name is Olga Merediz. Where am I looking? I don't even. Oh,
On an iPad that goes all the way around the world.
I knew that.
Who's with you? Who'd you bring with you tonight? Come on over.
Midwest, look how handsome.
Yeah, very dapper tonight.
Very tall. I like the tall ones.
Everybody does.
Really? Nobody likes short ones?
I love short ones too.
Short ones are nice too. I like short ones.
How excited are the two of you to be here tonight for the opening of Diana?
I'm very, very excited. She's an iconic woman, role model for so many people still today. You know, she was thrust into the limelight at such an early age. She had to find her way, you know, kind of like me, finding my way. You know, she's an example. I'm very excited. Very excited.
For you tonight.
Absolutely, and I just saw the movie Diana, Spencer the other day. So like the timing is perfect. So it's all about Diana this week. So.
I mean, we're standing in front of this beautiful step and repeat. What a life she had and what her legacy lives on. She did so much for so many people.
Yes, she absolutely did. She was all about service, and she had such a big heart. She was so sensitive, and I'm just really, really excited to see this cast and to hear this music.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Gina Duvall is fabulous. Wait till you see her. Yeah, I saw it last night. It's really good. And there's Judy Kay. There's so many incredible people in this show.
See Judy Kay. I love her.
Okay, now, In the Heights, the film, I mean, I think the last time I spoke to you was, I think, at the premiere of that.
Yes, I remember.
And we had talked,
We did some kind of fun thing.
Yeah, we did a fun thing. Yeah, but I remember that night was so wonderful. You told me about, for any of you who have not seen In the Heights, the film, you have got to go see this film. It's absolutely spectacular. And your big number that you shot, that you filmed in the tunnel, that you told me was an all-night shoot, right?
They're calling it the subway song. It's called Paciencia y Fe, and I play Abuela Claudia. And she's another iconic character, you know, and I did it off-Broadway, on Broadway, and it's a miracle that I got to do it in the film. But I'm so blessed and so grateful that I was able to do it.
But it must have been so great for you that your whole life with In the Heights came full circle, from doing it from the very beginning, through the first readings, through all the productions, to the film.
I know, it's just, it's unheard of. It's like a miracle, really. It's a miracle. It's a whole process. So, but I feel like I created the role, and what a wonderful gift to be able to do it in the movie.
We're going to pass you down to Reuters, I think. So head on down here, the two of you. Good to see you. Have a fabulous time tonight. You both look really great. So the carpet has just started here at Diana the Musical. I mean, you can tell it is a stunning backdrop here, but they put up earlier today at the Longacre Theatre. It's all full of beautiful white roses and everything else. So, like I said, the carpet has just started. Some more people are coming down the carpet right now. Everyone is beautifully dressed here for the opening. Of course, this musical started at La Jolla, the La Jolla Playhouse, and then, of course, it was filmed during the pandemic. Well, the show had actually started previews, and then the pandemic came and the show was shut down. But during the pandemic, they went back into a Longacre Theatre and they filmed the show for Netflix, so you can actually watch the Broadway musical on Netflix and then come and buy a ticket to see it here on Broadway, because Broadway is back bigger and better than ever. So it's a fabulous story. She was the people's princess, of course, Diana. And of course, this beautiful musical is written by Joe DiPietro and David Bryan, of course, of Bon Jovi. And I understand that Jon Bon Jovi is supposed to be here tonight for his friend David Bryan, who wrote the music and some of the lyrics, with Joe DiPietro, who wrote the lyrics and the book for this. They're the award-winning team of the hit musical Memphis. So let's see, there are more people. Again, there's Marty again and Blake here in her revenge dress on the carpet, which is really great. There were some more people heading down the carpet. So I love this. So all the O&M, I don't know if you can actually see this, I love these sweaters. These sweaters are really exciting. All the publicists tonight, they've all got these fabulous sweaters on tonight, which are really, really beautiful. We call it Chic Chic. There's all the fans behind us. Like I said, Broadway is back bigger and better than ever. It's one of the safest places to be. I mean, the COVID safety precautions are really safe here on Broadway. I mean, you have to be vaccinated, you have to be wearing a mask. I've only taken my mask off just to do my interviews. I'm triply vaxxed. I also have my flu shot, so I call it max to the... How are you two? You want to do a live interview? We're Broadway World. Come on over. How are you? Sorry, Richard Ridge of Broadway World.
Good to see you.
Yes, you are, sir.
Alan Shore, one of the producers of the show.
Wonderful.
My beautiful wife, Marcia.
Beautiful. So we're right here. So this iPad takes us all around the world. You both look dapper and very beautiful tonight. So tell me why you wanted to be a part of this musical and bring it to Broadway.
This is one of the most iconic figures ever in the world. And her story, which is being told by Joe DiPietro, who wrote the book. And it's just an incredible story that I think the world needs to know. And this is the way to tell it in a musical form. It's never been done before. So this is the real opportunity to share with the world who Diana was and her relationship with not only Prince Charles, but with the Crown and with the world. And she did some remarkable things. And
The poor girl is dead now, so someone has to continue on her story and the magic that she brought to the world, and her goodness and her compassion and her down-to-earthness and her total understanding that we're all humans together on this planet. No one's better than anyone else, be they monarchs or not. No one's worse than anyone else. We're all the same. And I think that magic, that commonsensical magic, is what resonated in the world and resonates to this day.
Well, you know, she was the people's princess. I mean, she was really like as close as we are, just talking and touching and feeling and being present. There really hasn't been anybody like that.
Well, when we had the AIDS crisis back in the early 80s, and she decided, despite what the palace wanted, and she actually met with AIDS patients and brought their story to the world. That was something that had never been done before, and it brought it to the forefront. And without that, I'm not sure when that process would have started otherwise. So
It's also a humility to her, which I think is sadly lacking now.
Yeah.
And a kindness, a lack of the profane when it came to her. Just everything that we kind of sorely need and miss.
Well, you know what? You talked about the AIDS epidemic. I mean, that's so beautifully portrayed in this musical, of course, by Joe and David Bryan. But, you know, she put a face on that because, I mean, I've been doing a lot of research about how the AIDS epidemic hit Britain, and they, no one wanted to admit to any of it except for Princess Diana.
that's right. And the way that it's brought out in this theatrical production is so touching. It's moving. It's not in your face, but it says, listen, there was a problem. We need to face this problem. And just like today, we have problems in the world, in the United States, and we need to face those problems head on. And if we had somebody like Diana today to do that, to stand up and say, yes, here is the problem, world, I'm going to help fix it.
Well, now we have to talk about your cast, especially your leading lady who plays Diana, Gina Duvall. I mean, let's talk about her. She's wonderful.
Well, from my understanding, Gina was cast almost from the moment that she tried out. She is just the sweetest, nicest person that you'll ever want to meet. Having known her for a number of years now, I could not think of a better person to portray Diana because she shares some of the same qualities that Diana did. And that, how often do you find an actress that can portray that inherently have those same personality qualities of kindness and niceness? It's just, you just don't find it very often.
And boy, can she sing.
Yeah.
Some set of chops on her, right?
The talent of this cast is beyond belief. You are such a good interviewer. You know what you're going to ask and how.
This is really, well, we're going live around, like I said, we have fans in England watching tonight. I mean, everybody who can't be here tonight follows us at Broadway World because these are really excited. And just, Broadway is back. And, you're one of the first musicals to come back. But like I said, you were supposed to open, you had just started previews and the pandemic hit. And that must have been a big shock for everybody. Like, what was that like for the two of you?
We were here the day before the day before the theater closed down because we're part of the Lehman Trilogy. And we had this huge event the night before the shutdown. And as we went to the airport to take off to Boston, it was empty. And I told my wife, I said, it's going to be a while before we get on an airplane. It was 15 months later.
You could feel death in the air. Like I remember going to LaGuardia and something had changed. Something wasn't right. The come from away line, something has changed. Sorry for all you Broadway people as I mess up the vocals, but you get the, it's like I can't believe who I'm talking to, but something really had changed, I'll say it instead. And it's palpable, and I don't think the cloud is over yet, but at least I'm seeing like rays of sunshine and hope.
Yeah, well, the nice is Broadway has done it right. I mean, I was telling everybody the safest place to be right now is on Broadway because you have to be vaccinated. They check, your vaccination cards. You have to wear a mask. I mean, the COVID safety precautions that you've all taken on. I mean, there are the COVID safety managers walking around, masks up. I mean, everyone does such a beautiful job here on Broadway.
We've had more COVID tests in the last 4 weeks than I could.
We have had so many COVID tests.
I get PCR tests every day, but I love it. I've gotten used to it. It's part of my life, right?
Yeah, well,
it's like you brush your teeth, you wash your, you take a PCR test.
But at least you know you're safe, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And without that thing up your nose, my nose. So what's going on? Is there a problem
I'm gonna
today?
keep these two behind me for a second. I'm going to let you two go in. It's so nice to catch up with you both. Have a wonderful time. Congratulations on the Broadway opening. So, Douglas, we're live tonight at Broadway World. Come on over. Bring this. Come over. I know. Nice. Richard Ridge, come over here, you two. So we're live around the world.
Hi, I'm Douglas Carter Bean, and this is
Louis Flynn.
We're a Broadway power couple.
They are a Broadway power couple, and I have to tell you, I had the best time at Fairy Cakes last week. It is one of the most charming, one of the most clever things playing in New York right now. Just Google Fairy Cakes by these two gentlemen, Douglas Carter Bean, and get a ticket while you can. How excited are you two to be here tonight for the opening of Diana?
It's an opening of a show, of an original Broadway musical. My golly, it's amazing it happened at all. Yep. I'm looking forward to donning my mask and laughing and crying, of course, and having a wonderful time. And it's Chris Ashley who directed Xanadu, so he's family, as we say.
We were all geared up for the opening however long ago, so now we get to do it.
It's so interesting because they started previews, then they shut down. I mean, which everybody did, but they were so close to opening. But then they did something clever where they filmed the show here at the Longacre for Netflix for people around the world to fall in love with it. And now that Broadway is back, they can buy a ticket. Yeah, well, I guess, right?
It feels like a revival. Hey, listen, would you believe that as I was getting my jacket on, I got a screener for Spencer, the movie Spencer. Diana is trying to tell me something. I just got to receive it.
This is the time for her right now. I mean, we were talking about this. I saw the show last night. I mean, she really was the people's princess. She was that first person that connected to everybody, touched everybody, did so much for AIDS.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that was like the lightning flashes when she touched a gentleman in the hospital. I'm sure it's in the show, but that happened in the world, and it was like, everyone's whole thought process changed on that moment. It's a lovely moment in world history.
How incredible was it for the two of you working on Fairy Cakes together as a power couple?
It was a joy constantly, years of joy.
He wants to cut all his music. He's always like, cut it.
I love the music.
Oh, thank you.
Cut it. Well, it's like, and then you have like people like Jackie Hoffman in the mix.
For cast, everything.
Yeah, there was a wonderful cast. Mo Rocca, who turned out to be just sublime. And a pretty good singer and a heck of a dancer.
Oh, yeah, he moves a bit, yeah.
He shakes it. He shakes his CBS booty. It's great.
Well, it's down at the Greenwich House Theater, right? And you're there for a few more weeks, right?
Yeah, with one more weekend, we'll be happy. We did it. We're really proud of it.
You should be. Congratulations. Always a pleasure to
Great
see you.
to see you.
Good to see you. Congratulations on the show and have a great time tonight, all righty? So we just saw David Bryan arrive on the carpet. I think he just took pictures tonight, who of course is the writer tonight. Of course, Bon Jovi. Let me see if he's going to come down, or we may be talking to him tonight at the party. I'm not really sure. He's here with his family. There are a lot of people. Nick Westrate, wonderful actor, has just arrived on the carpet right here. I wish you could see the back end of what's happening. I mean, it's so great. I mean, there are just people everywhere. It's a glorious night here on the street. Oh, Jon Bon Jovi. I guess you really can't move anything, Taylor, can you? I don't want you to move anything, but no, you really can't. But I'm sorry. So everyone's Jon Bon Jovi has arrived on the carpet with his friend, of course, David Bryan, who wrote the score and some of the lyrics tonight for Diana the musical. And the flashbulbs, of course, are going crazy because that's what happens. More people arriving. There's tiaras on the carpet. Everybody got that message of dress up, be glamorous tonight. Flowers everywhere. I think. Is it too far away, Taylor? You really can't see them from here, can you? No, it's okay. It's all good. I'm going to see if we can grab them for a second. They're taking photos on the carpet. And it's a gorgeous night here. Let me just see if David's right here. Hey, John, nice to see you tonight. Of course, we're here for David. We'll get David Bryan in a second, but of course, Jon Bon Jovi has come out for his friend tonight. David looks wonderful in his beautiful suit. We'll talk to him about what it was like writing this musical with Joe DiPietro. When he comes back here, let's see who else is arriving. Cindy Adams is on the carpet, a few other people who are arriving. When you see David Bryan's suit, I want that suit. Of course, the original team that put this together at La Jolla is doing it here tonight. Christopher Ashley is the director, and Kelly. Hey, David, how are you? We are live tonight, my friend, at Broadway World. First of all, the suit, very dapper, sir.
Thank you. You know, we got to rock this stuff out.
Well, you are rocking. All your friends are here tonight, of course. I mean, I was here last night to see the musical. Just wonderful. It is opening night. How do you feel tonight?
Well, that was easy. Just a little pandemic, you know, nothing out of the ordinary. I said the silver lining in the pandemic cloud was we really got extra time to really write it, to make it great. You know, got it great for Netflix and kept going and writing more for what you'll see tonight. And I'm proud of our work. I'm proud of our cast is like they're just beasts. Everybody's bringing it. We couldn't be happier. And I mean, the greatest thing in the world is to think this in your brain and then see it live and see all these people making their music. It's pretty damn special.
You know, no one knew the journey the show was going to take, as many shows did. I mean, you had started previews and everything else, then you shut down, but you rethought the whole thing, like you said. I mean, let's do it for Netflix, so people who can't come to New York during the pandemic got to.
When was the pandemic going to end?
Exactly. So they got to fall in love with the musical through Netflix. Now they can come back to Broadway, which is the safest place to be, and seeing it live here at the Longacre.
Oh yeah, we've been like 3 weeks of previews. Yeah. Audiences have been loving it, and it's just. It's great. It's really wonderful. I couldn't be happier and more proud, and it's really, like I said, it was definitely not an easy journey. This is one wild fucking journey for the books, but
it's one for your book too.
Wow.
But I mean, working with Joe DiPietro again. I mean, you've worked on Memphis and some incredible musicals together. What was it like collaborating with Joe all over again?
I mean, there's Joe right there. Hey, Joe.
Joe's right behind us too. We're talking about you, Joe.
Come here, Joe.
Joe, we're live tonight. Come on in here. This is what happens live. We're live. Come on in here. I'll put you through here.
Okay.
Come on in here.
Come on, we know
I'll get you both live here.
Wow.
Get over here. You're both going to be live
Hey.
here. Here we go. Look at this. I just asked David, what was it like collaborating all over again? You guys have a beautiful collaboration you work on.
Yeah, well, we've been, collaborating in Friends for a few years now, so I thought it was very easy. I mean, we just sort of picked up, and, we constantly, during the pandemic, we were stuck home, and we kept working, and, musicals are big, complicated beasts. So it was really actually fun to keep digging in.
Yeah. And it's really fun to make them. It's really fun. Like we work together. It's a joy. Like to come up. I always said the fun of making something out of nothing. It's a blank page until it's a song. Yeah. Until it's a musical, and then it's really wonderful to see what happens in your brain come out live by a bunch of unbelievably talented singers, dancers, actors, just bringing the game. 100% A game all the time.
So I was going to talk about your cast. Your cast is amazing, of course, led by Gina Duvall. I mean, did you know right away when you saw her come in, like, oh my God, that's our Diana?
We auditioned. This was 5 years ago, or a little less than that, for New York Stage and Film, our first public presentation, and we just had these people come in. She walked in the room, and we're like, I don't think we're going to get anyone better than her ever, because she can sing. Yeah. She's a great actress. Yeah. She's just a great spirit and leader of the cast. So she's just phenomenal.
A beautiful person, non-ego, leading everybody, and she's just she's a beast. I always call her she's a beast. I mean, she makes you fall in love with Diana. She becomes Diana, and she sings her tuchus off, as they say in Yiddish.
Last night, the crowd was on their feet at the end of the show, because I was there last night. David was there, and I thought to myself, this is what it's all about, the theater, about how it touches people. Like, what does it mean to the way audiences are reacting to the show?
I think, there's nothing that can substitute a live experience. And just to see this and to walk in that room and feel the electricity and it's moving and touching. I always look back and forth to see people's reactions. They're so invested in our show, and everybody's selling it so much that it's wonderful. It couldn't be any more rewarding.
Well, listen, I'm going to talk to both of you at the party later on. You have more interviews to do. Joe, always a pleasure, my friend. David, congratulations. I'll see you guys afterwards, all righty? Have a wonderful time tonight. Like I said, the creators of Diana are here. We have more people. Fern Malice is on the carpet right now. Many people are arriving. This is wonderful. Like I said, this musical had a fascinating Fern. It's been a long time. Richard Ridge. I said, no, we're live tonight at Broadway World. Would you talk to me a little bit? First of all, you look dynamite tonight. How excited are you to be here tonight for the opening of the Diana musical?
I'm very excited. First of all, an opening night on Broadway is enough. I don't care what's playing. Yeah. But, we're all just such sycophants about Diana, and I hope this does her proud, and I'm really looking forward to seeing this.
Yeah. Because she was the people's princess. I mean, when I watched this show again and realized everything, she was one of the first monarchs that actually went up to people and embraced all of them.
And she was a fashionista.
Yeah. Well,
and William Ivy Long is a pal who did the costumes, so I'm looking forward to seeing
Wait until, tell everybody your history with what you do. What you did too.
Well, I created Fashion Week in New York.
She did all of this.
Tents in Bryant Park and ran them for over 20 years.
Yeah. So when you see William's costumes, I mean, all the iconic Diana wardrobe is in this show, and I mean, every time she walks out in one, everybody just like, oh, I remember that dress, I remember this, I remember that.
All those iconic moments of what she wore, and how her style evolved from this young innocent to really the Versace's and the beautiful clothes, and it was great. We gave her an award when I was at CFDA, a special award, and that was a night to remember at Lincoln Center.
Well, like I said, this is going to bring back so many memories for you, so I hope you brought tissues along with you also, but you're just going to love the homage they paid to Diana.
Okay, thank you.
Wonderful to see you as always. Have a wonderful time. You look gorgeous. That's Fern Malice on the carpet tonight live. There's some more people arriving. Christopher Ashley is on the carpet right now, the director of Diana. The carpet's getting smaller here, but it's very, very exciting. There's flash bulbs everywhere. And I still want David's suit. Later on, he'll tell me where he got his suit from. Christopher Ashley looks dapper as ever. Let's see who else is down here. Many people are arriving. It's a gorgeous night here on the street. Christopher's got it. Come on over here, you. We're live tonight. Good to see you. I'm going to talk to you at the party, but I want to talk to you tonight. Pre-opening, I mean, you look dapper as ever.
As do you, looking very. I like that we're both sharing purple ties.
Well, I figured it's a big opening. It's Diana. I mean, tell me why you wanted to be a part of this, to direct this musical.
I think the seed for me was I was in college and I saw one of the first pictures she had taken with a young man in an AIDS ward. And she was like, it was skin to skin, she didn't have gloves on. And the fact that she wanted to shine a light on that issue and try to raise money, and at a time when nobody was touching, like celebrities were not touching young men with AIDS, it meant the world to me. And ever since then, I've just thought she really, she had made such a difference in the world and with such grace.
You know, there are so many beautiful, poignant moments in the show, and that is one of them. I mean, the whole, when she goes to the AIDS ward, I mean, that's really, really, I mean, what was it like for you working on this? Because first you did it in La Jolla, then you sort of worked on it in New York, then you went into previews, the pandemic hit. You know, I mean, it's
been a windy road between early readings and a first production in La Jolla, and then a workshop to put in changes, previews on Broadway, shut down. You know, we did all kinds of changes that we would have done in previews the first time around, shot a Netflix movie, and then here we are back with even more changes, which hopefully are our final version of the show.
Well, I thought it was great that you thought outside of the box with Netflix because, you know, no one knew when the pandemic was going to end or when it's safe to travel anywhere. So people got to fall in love with the musical through Netflix and then like, oh my God, now we'll come to Broadway and we'll buy a ticket to see it live at the Longacre.
Yeah, and also it's amazing for me to know that people who can't get to a Broadway theater, you know, can see it all over the world. And, you know, people have such powerful feelings about Diana. So it's amazing to see people watch our show and I hope watch the film with such a personal lens.
Well, that's why it was great seeing the show last night because I looked around intermission and just looked at the audience about how they were affected by Diana, how much they loved her.
Yeah, when we were in La Jolla, we started out with a little girl Diana, and you could feel like it was great to tell those stories about how she got to where she is, but people wanted to meet Diana. Like they wanted like
right away.
Lights up, show me our Diana, let me meet her and let me fall in love with her.
She was like a rock star when you come and think about it, seriously.
She was. And just the way that she like knew how to rock an image. You can imagine what her Instagram account would have been like.
Well, like I said, there are many more people who want to talk to you. I know Pix 11 is next to me. I'll talk to you at the party, though. Christopher, always a pleasure, my friend, as always. That's Christopher Ashley on the carpet, the director of Diana, here opening tonight at the Longacre Theatre. Good to see you, my friend, as always. Let's see, we have some more people right here. Everyone's got some beautiful fashion tonight. Great suits, everything else. Where's your husband? Bring him down. Where are they all going? Where's he going? He's got to come back and do interviews. It's all good. Everyone started back there. They walked back on the carpet. Like everybody's so beautifully dressed up tonight. Look at you kids. How are you tonight? Good to see you. Have a great time tonight. That's great. People just taking photos on the carpet. Like I said, let's see who else is coming here. Who is that down there? That is great. Like I said, I'm looking forward to Kelly Devine. We'll be talking to the cast and the creatives later on at the party, which is at Bryant Park Grill. So you'll look for that tomorrow at Broadway World. Oh, Nikenji is here from Carolina Change. She is all decked out in some really flashy, I call it fabulous disco wear or whatever. I love this. She'll be coming down the carpet also. But it's so great, though. Just like I said, again, Broadway is the safest place to be. With all the people who are vaccinated, you have to be vaccinated to go. You have to wear a mask and all those sort of things just to go into the theater. So it's really, really wonderful. We're going to see if we can get Nikenji down on the carpet here. It's a stunning coat. We'll find out who she's wearing tonight. I think the show may be going up pretty soon, but there's more people on their way down the carpet. You know, I was at the Longacre last night seeing this show, and I remember when I was a kid, I used to come into the Longacre, and it was a house for plays. There weren't a lot of musicals. Then all of a sudden, after the past few years, it's all full of musicals. So for all the trivia people out there on Broadway, I'm trying to find out, did the Longacre always have a musical pit, or was it added in for one of the first musicals here, which I think was Ain't Misbehavin', but of course I think the Ain't Misbehavin' band was on stage, so that's something I'm going to do research on over the next few days. So So let's see, more people arriving on the carpet. Good to see you, my love, as always. Just saying goodbye to some fellow people who are going to the show tonight. See, we unfortunately can't move our camera because it's where it's situated. But we're going to see if we can get her down the carpet here to talk to us. How are you, my love? We are live tonight. Stay where you are. Now tell everybody who you are.
Hi, I am Nikenji, and I'm doing the Moon in Carolina Change.
I want to know who you're wearing tonight.
Who am I wearing? You know, it's actually vintage. It's all vintage.
Is this stuff you had in your closet? No.
Yeah, yes, I have this in my closet.
Really?
Really?
I love the coat too.
Thank you. It's vintage, and you know, it's has a little flair to it. And
Got that sparkle going on tonight too for Diana.
Yes, absolutely. I feel like the sparkle was to honor Diana and her legacy and all the beautiful fashion that she had. I heard the costume changes are to die for. So
Wait until you see the William Ivy Long costumes. All of Diana's iconic clothes are in this show. That every time she walks out in one, the audience just goes crazy.
Yes, can I borrow those when she's done with the run?
Because you realize how famous her clothes were. That these were, and you all knew where she. Yeah, and you knew where she was. The wonderful, life-changing event she was at when she wore those outfits.
Absolutely, she was an absolute fashion icon. And when they're done with this run, I would love to get those outfits and bring them into my closet.
Add them into her closet, and she'll call them vintage. How is life over at Carolina Change?
Oh, life at Carolina Change is great. We've had so much love from press, and we just did our cast album.
Oh, you did?
We did a couple of days ago. So
how exciting was that?
It was amazing. It was amazing. We did at the Power Station with Broadway Records, and we now are encapsulated in this album, and it's available pre-order.
Isn't that great, though? I mean, cast albums are really important.
Yes, it is, because even when the show ends, people can still hear the music and still be able to live it in their living room. So we're very, very happy that we got a chance to do the cast album.
Okay, she is in the moon. It is stunning to watch her just travel around in that gorgeous moon. It must be so exciting, right?
It is. It is. It's a dream come true. I've never been in an aerial role like this before, and so I'm happy that I get to return to Roundabout Theater and do this.
Do you have a favorite Diana moment?
A favorite Diana? Oh my gosh.
Or favorite Diana outfit?
Um,
All of them.
I mean, kind of all of them, actually, because everything, and the fashionista, I mean, everything. I mean, I almost wanted to wear a hat, but I was like, no, that'd be too much for today.
But I will talk to you over the weekend. You're going to be like, Richard, I fell in love with all the clothes all over again.
Yes.
Listen, a pleasure to see you, my love. Congratulations on Carolina Change and the album and everything else. You have a few more interviews to do. Have a great time, my love. That's Nikenji from Carolina Change. Kate Rockwell has just arrived on the carpet, looking beautiful as ever. We'll get her to talk to us. It's really exciting. I wish you could see just the hubbub around us of everybody arriving for this opening. There's nothing like a Broadway opening. Oh, Kelly Devine is on the carpet, looking gorgeous than ever, the choreographer of this show. We're going to get her down here when she finishes taking pictures. Looking beautiful as ever. This is so great, though. I just love to watch them all take their photos and everything else. That everybody can finally get dressed up to see a Broadway show. To come to a wonderful Broadway opening, because there is nothing like Broadway. Come over, you two, come over here. We're live. Get over here. Get over here. Get on over here, too. I have lived with her
for so long.
On StreamYard. That's all we do. It's like we're like little boxes somewhere.
It's been so long of saying hello and like playing and hanging out, and I'm finally in a real place with you.
And she's always been like in a really terrible area. She's always been like in a terrible area in Brooklyn. I have no Wi-Fi.
You know my apartment. Well, Courtney's worse. I'm throwing you under the bus. Courtney Reed. It's worse.
Yeah, she would be.
Mine's not great, but hers is bad.
Now tell everybody who you are.
I'm Kate Rockwell.
I'm Brendan Stimson.
All right, how excited. Look, everyone's all done up tonight as a Broadway opening. Look how cool this has got to be like one of the best step and repeats ever, right?
So beautiful. I mean, you would expect that.
It's
from
Diana.
Princess Diana musical. Like, we need to make sure that she is honored in the right way, and appearances are a large part of that. I think that's very important for her.
I want to be a little festive. I know the Queen is going to be here. I got my corgi tie.
You do?
I'm ready. I'm ready for it.
You spent the whole day today, like I said, let's prep to get ready, right?
Sure. I mean, I looked at my closet. I want to make sure maybe a quick change later. I don't know. I hear the show's got great quick changes, so I'm ready.
I did hear the costume parade is going to be spectacular, and I may have sort of sneaked a look at the Netflix premiere.
Where do you see William Ivy Long's clothes live? I mean, there's no one better than William Ivy Long. And like I said, when Gina walks out in these clothes, you're like, oh my God, I remember that iconic outfit from that life-changing event that Diana was out to help change the world.
Yes. Yeah, it's going to be, I think, not to say that the costume parade should be the thing that we talk about, but it's going to be definitely a large part of the piece, which is the right tone.
Because Fern Mallows was on the carpet, she started the Bryant Park Fashion Week. She actually gave Princess Diana an award, which she said was like life-changing for her. Fern was just on the carpet live with us. So I told her, I said, I hope you bring tissues with you because your whole life is going to be traveling in front of you, when you get to know these people. But she was the people's princess. I mean, she actually touched people. The AIDS epidemic, I knew this. England just swept that under the carpet. They literally locked AIDS patients like in these hospital wards. She put a face to this whole thing. I mean, it's an amazing part of this show too. You're going to see.
Such a special human being, and and in Broadway in our community, it's so nice to be able to honor people who deserve that and give them the attention that they deserve. And I'm so excited to as a part of the Broadway community to get to participate in that. I think it's really beautiful.
What are you working on? Do you have a project?
Nothing I can tell you.
Oh, don't you hate this? I've known her forever. No, I'm kidding. And then tomorrow, guess what happened? Kate Rockwell starring and so-and-so. No, I'm kidding. No, I know.
Nothing like that. Nothing that soon.
All right. What about for you?
A few developmental labs in the works, some choreography projects, and so I'm excited to get back as Broadway comes back. Yeah.
Well, that's great. Have the best time. It's so good to see you outside of a TV screen.
Thank you.
It is.
I'm back to the mask. Dapper as ever. Have the best time, you two, okay? Have the best time tonight. Good to see you as always. Oh my gosh. And then Kelly Devine is here. She'll be down to us next. She is the choreographer of Diana, the musical. She has worked with Christopher Ashley. She has worked with everybody. She's so great and such a sweetheart. And she looks beautiful as ever. We're going to find out who designed her outfit tonight on the carpet. Oh, I love this. I just love to watch David Bryan with all of his friends. Here he is in the rock world. Part of Bon Jovi, but he writes Broadway musicals. That is the coolest thing in the world. Let's see. There's a red carpet here. They've got the flowers all here. Beautiful shots of Gina Duvall done up as Princess Diana. And of course, you can see, that's her finale outfit, which is the white pearl outfit that William Ivy Long has just done such a beautiful job with. The show is so beautifully designed. I love all these coats. Everyone's got these beautiful coats on them, right, Taylor? Taylor's behind me from Broadway World. Thank you, Taylor, for everything you do. It's like we're going around the world on an iPad. So if everybody who is tuning into this from around the world, welcome to Broadway and to the opening of Diana the Musical. Let's see who else is coming down here. How are you, my love? Come on down. We're live tonight. I'm going to talk to you later, but I'm going to talk to you now.
Okay.
First of all, who were you wearing?
Alice and Olivia.
That is stunning.
And then Manolos.
All right.
Sorry, I always give myself one gift on an
opening night.
I give myself one gift, and I only do it for
shoes?
Broadway shows. The shoes were my gift to myself.
Well, she must have a few pairs of shoes because she's done a lot of Broadway openings. But Broadway's hard. Just putting a show together. It's like I spoke to David Bryan and I spoke to Joe. And birthing, a show is really difficult. It's really, really hard. So you deserve something like those beautiful Manolas, right? How excited are you tonight?
I'm so thrilled. It's been such a journey. The show's been through so much. Not opening, then having time off, and then rewriting. 30 pages of the first act, and then the Netflix thing, and now here we are. It's just been wild. It's been wild. And I'm so excited about tonight because I'm just really looking forward to people seeing it live and just being here and being together. I'm really happy.
Okay, because you were there last night when I went to the show, and I just loved watching the audience stand up at the end because everybody loved Diana. I mean, right?
Yeah, I was a young woman, and I was like, she's amazing, and the attention that she brought to causes and the things that she did and changed. She literally has changed the world up until this moment. Yeah. You know what I mean? We are a product of what she's done, and she was a fashionista, and she was beautiful and sassy and a woman, and it's nice to know that you can be that way. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that, and I appreciate that about the show, because I think we've shown her that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because you realize how iconic her outfits were, but she wore them to an event to change something. Yes. Which I think that's the fascinating thing about it. She was a fashionista, but you remember all these dresses, like, oh, that's when she did this. Yes. That's what she wore to the AIDS ward. That's when she changed the world for this.
Right. And the fact that you, as a woman back then, couldn't wear a dress like that because it would be deemed something else or, unpopular. That's crazy. Yeah. It's just like, it's not Handmaid's Tale.
Well, like I said, we could be here all night. You have a few more interviews to do. I'm going to talk to her later on, Kelly Devine, at the opening night party. All right, my love? Get over here, you. I adore you. Good to see you as always. Oh, my God, oh, my gosh, we're live tonight. How are you? Oh, how are you? First of all, tell everybody who you are.
I'm Melanie Moore.
I just like when you say your name. Who are you wearing?
I'm wearing a vintage Oscar de la Renta. I don't know if you've seen the backdrop of the show.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But yes, I've seen the show twice. Ro Hartramp is my boyfriend who plays Prince Charles. So I've seen the show a couple of times. And when I found this dress, I was like, yeah, it's perfect.
This is stunning.
Thank you so much.
She is so good.
Thanks, yeah.
All right, so you've seen the show a few times, right?
I have, yes, absolutely.
So what's it like when you see your boyfriend on stage play someone like Prince Charles?
Yeah, well, he's the nicest person. I don't know if you've interviewed him yet, but he's literally the kindest person ever. So it's so interesting to watch him play. All respect to Prince Charles, but not the nicest character, not the most lovable character. So it's kind of interesting to watch him yell at somebody. I'm like, oh God, I hope he never yells at me like that.
That's the acting side of him.
Yes, yeah. He's a good actor because he's a really kind person.
But what a journey he's been on with this show, because first it started in La Jolla. Then, of course, they came to Broadway. They started previews. They were shut down. No one knew what was going to happen. Then it was filmed for Netflix. Then went back into rehearsal. Changed a lot of the show. right?
Yes. And also this is his Broadway debut. So
What a debut, a journey, right?
I know. And I just kept saying to him, you're so close. This is your debut. You're almost there. You just have to be patient, which is so much easier said than done. But yeah, they made it. They're open.
What was his day like today? Broadway debuts are really, really special.
Yes.
What did you both do today?
This morning we had some last minute tailoring that we had to have done. And then his parents are here, so we had some diner breakfast, as is classic for us.
I love that.
And then we had to get COVID tested. And so we got COVID tested, and then I'm in rehearsals right now for another show, so I ran off to rehearsal. I don't know what he did after that. I think he went to the gym before. Yeah.
What show are you doing?
I'm doing a show at the York Theatre. I'm doing Cheek to Cheek, Irving Berlin's time in Hollywood. Yeah.
You must be having the time of your life working on that, right?
I am. I've never tapped before, so it's...
Oh, nice.
Not professionally. I grew up tapping, but it's been
in a show.
Time. Yeah. And Randy is just the best. And the music is so beautiful and it's so sweet. So yeah.
It stays in your muscle memory.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, you look gorgeous ever. I'll see you at the party afterwards. You look gorgeous as always. Oh, get over here, you. I adore you. Good to see you. More people arriving on the carpet. Really, really wonderful. That is a stunning, stunning dress. That is absolutely gorgeous. My friend Marie, that's beautiful. It's like a fashion parade. It's very, very exciting. It's like Broadway meets, the fashion world, Taylor, right? Really exciting. Just great. I just love, like I said, I just think this is such a beautiful step and repeat. How are you, ladies? Come on over. We're live tonight at Broadway World. Come on over. Now tell everybody who you are.
I'm Nicole Fry, and this is my sister. I am the Diana Understudy, and my name's Libby Lloyd, and yeah, just so excited.
I was going to say, you definitely got
the
The dress up. Oh, I love this. Now, who are you wearing? Yeah.
This is honestly a vintage dress. I found it in a vintage shop downtown. Can you believe it? Are you
serious?
Yes, vintage. And then these are from Free People. That's what I'm wearing.
Everybody come in. Come on in. We're live. Get in. Hey, Richard Ridge. We're live tonight around the world at Broadway. Now, who are you wearing?
I'm also wearing vintage.
I love how people can find. No, you're not wearing vintage, are you?
I don't know what this is. She chose it out for me. Yeah.
See, that's how.
Yeah.
Off the rack.
Off the rack. Yeah. Of course.
How excited are you for her tonight?
I'm so excited. I'm so proud of her. She's worked so hard and dreamed about this her whole life. So.
Broadway debut.
Yeah.
So it's really exciting.
What was today like for you?
Very emotional. Really, when we did the legacy robe, I definitely had tears in my eyes. I just can't believe that we're actually here, that this is happening. It's overwhelming, honestly.
Broadway debuts are really special. Like I said, I mean, the legacy robe, everything, meeting on stage and everything else. But what was today like for you? How did you keep her calm?
She
keep you calm.
You would think that this is her 50th show. Like she's acting like she's been there before. I'm just really proud of her. She's amazing.
She's worked hard for this, right?
She has her whole life. Yeah.
For you, for her, watching her experience this.
Yes, the most proud sister you can ever imagine. Yeah, this is a dream come true for all of us. Yeah. Yeah.
To be working on this show, though, I mean, did you always love Princess Diana?
Honestly, our mom looks exactly like her. Like, she is her twin. Like, we'll have to find photos, but yeah, so it's a dream come true, definitely, to be on Broadway representing this woman that has made such an impact on so many people's lives.
Have you gone on yet at all?
Not yet. I'm ready, but I definitely have had hours of costume fittings, so.
Okay, costume fittings of William Ivy Long's incredible creations, like when you put them on, like, because there are so many beautiful, so many iconic Princess Diana outfits that you must, like, when you saw yourself in the mirror, like, what were you thinking? Like, oh my God, here's this dress. Oh my God, here's this.
100%. It's just each dress is like, this is iconic. Oh, this is iconic. It's.
They're all iconic.
All iconic. Yeah.
This is really great. Enjoy tonight. We'll see you at the party later. Really nice to meet you all, all righty? Really, really nice to see everybody. I think that's almost a wrap. Let me see. I don't know if we're waiting for anybody else. Let me see. Oh, look, we've got a few more people on the carpet here. Let's see. Is that a wrap, do we think? Oh, we got a few more. We got a few more fashionistas coming down the carpet. Let's see who these people are when they come down to us. Very, very nice. An incredible suit, an incredible outfit. And then, like I said, tune in tomorrow at Broadway World for our post-opening, right? Opening night coverage when we talk to the cast and creatives of Diana the Musical. Let's see. Oh, I guess they only taking pictures. I think everybody's going in now. So I think we're going to wrap everything up. Like I said, our open night coverage tonight was sponsored by Orbitz. Get to Broadway your way with Orbitz. And for all of your theater coverage, look no